What up, my ninjas? Don LaForêt here, and welcome to my review of Tales of Tigerclaw. Now, once again, the Foot Clan and our turtle heroes are complete foils of one another. Though Tigerclaw and Alopex are siblings, they are at each other's throats. The Hamato clan, on the other hand, they actually build each other up even when it hurts more to do so. Another strong lesson in this episode, outside of family bonds, was relying on intuition and foresight to succeed in battle. The turtles first learned this lesson in Baxter's Gambit to predict an enemy's attack. Now let's start off with Mikey here for a second. He definitely has keen foresight, but that's because he can actually, as Splinter once said, live in the space between his thoughts. There's another way to develop a strong intuition, and that's what Leo does. His strong understanding of his enemies actually makes him an excellent strategist. As for opponents of this episode, Tigerclaw's profound understanding of his sister helped him create a successful trap. Keep in mind, the turtles were completely dumbfounded when they first encountered Alopex. Now, of course, flip side, her own bond with Tigerclaw actually saved her from his final attack. I appreciate the reference to fellow heroes such as Karai and the Mutanimals. I actually find it interesting in an ironic sort of way that Karai wants independence, yet seems to be staying with the Mutanimals? What's wrong with staying in the Foot's old lair? And of course, there were lots of fun references sprinkled throughout the episode. My personal favorite, the Tony Tiger. You'd think that by now I'd be used to Casey's lack of foresight, but it still gets to me. The sad thing is that I don't think it improved at all. I mean, yeah, he was definitely appreciative of being uncursed, but he didn't at all reflect on the fact that it could have been avoided if he was just more careful and wary. It seems like the turtles have graduated to the full rank of ninja. All that's left now is to train so they can maintain, if not improve, their skills. Good for them! They definitely had some really cool action to show that off in this episode, but it was really all the time they had to shine with the focus on Tigerclaw, Alopex, and Casey. At least it speaks to the team's maturity that they offer alliance to anyone that they can actually help. Even if Casey didn't have to break the cursed swords, they would have saved Alopex just because she wasn't a villainous character. Speaking of Alopex, I mentioned in my Deadly Venom review that she would make a very interesting addition to the TMNT 2012 canon. And I was right. The Nickelodeon team made her very intriguing. Not only is she a tricky and slick warrior as a fox, she also has a complicated backstory. What I appreciate most about her character so far is her desire for redemption, starting from leaving a life of crime. However, she was fixated on vengeance quite similar to Karai, even willing to drag innocent people down for her goal. At least Alopex learned her lesson of mercy way faster than Karai did. The only thing I would have liked more than what we already got was if Karai and Alopex could have shared some screen time. Now, it's not clear if Alopex will return in the near or in the far future, but either way, I'm down to see her again. I have to admit, I felt sorry for Tigerclaw after learning his backstory. I can see him, Takashi being a young adventurous child who just wanted to explore a magical world. Yes, maybe, stumbling into crank territory isn't the smartest idea, but it's not like he or Alopex actually deserved their fate. What I found actually endearing was that he and Splinter are similar, like Tigerclaw, yes, and Splinter are similar, and that they wanted to protect their respective families from scorn and cruelty. However, that's pretty much where their similarities end because their methods could not be more different. Somewhere along the way in Takashi/Tigerclaw's attempts to protect his sister, he turned dark to the point of killing people and somehow even attacking his sister even after she let him go. So needless to say, perhaps, that I have completely discarded my pain at Tigerclaw's past. He is a true villain through and through, but I do appreciate what the writers were doing with giving Tigerclaw this extra amount of complexity. And that's it! All of my thoughts on Tales of Tigerclaw. For my question of the day, I'd love to know, what do you think of Valopex? Was she really cool? Or a bit of a letdown? Comment away down below. Now next week, I will break down my thoughts on Requiem. I'm actually scared about this episode because it's the ultimate showdown between Splinter and the Shredder, and I don't think I'm ready for what's about to happen. That being said, we all knew this day would come, so we'll be in it together. Now, the thank you AMV I promised is in the works and will be out in just a few days. Thanks again for your subscriptions, everybody. You have been great, and I appreciate all your support. Now, that is totally it now for my review. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time, my ninjas.